Hey everybody, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2, and in this video we are starting a brand new theme park series. This is under Valley, and this is my take on a British theme park, heavily inspired by lots of real parks from right across the UK. But I kind of had this idea of doing a theme park similar to Alton Towers, that's based on a large estate out in the country that over time has built quite a significant theme park. So I think kind of Alton Towers combined with the kind of the way that Paultons are doing things. Yeah, that's what I've kind of got in my head. But this kind of started as a bit of a side project, and yeah, it's kind of developed into the one project that I'm mainly focusing on right now. So this is the entrance, kind of heavily inspired by Lightwater Valley. I kind of like those parks that the entrance is just tucked away in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you'll be driving down a country lane and then all of a sudden there's just this entrance to a theme park resort. I think that's kind of cool, and I wanted to work on something that had quite a lot of realism, something out in the countryside, and yeah, it kind of all started with this entrance area, and then I worked out some car parks and things. I mean, I probably need to come back and re-look at these, but yeah, as I say, I've got this idea in my head of a theme park that's been built over time on a country estate as a way of subsidising the costs for the estate. And one of the first things that I like to sketch things out was this, kind of this whole entrance with the courtyard building. This idea that the theme park would use some of the structure and buildings that were already on the estate. So this is quite typical of a lot of places actually in the UK, where these big listed properties will do this kind of thing, where they'll put restaurants and shops in courtyard buildings that belong to the main house. So there's places like Chatsworth in Derbyshire is a great example of this, where there's a big the old stable courtyard, and you go in and there's kind of coffee shops, restaurants, gift shops all the way around it. And yeah, rather than creating quite an out of place entrance, I wanted to do something that would be in keeping. And yeah, I kind of like how this has come together. I want to put like a soft play barn in one side, so it's kind of an all-weather, all year round attraction. But yeah, if we just go into guest view, so yeah, this is kind of how it looks from the front. Yeah, at the minute I've just got kind of ticket booths down the side, again with this whole like stable idea, and then yeah, this will become the play barn, as I said. I've got some ideas for that, and then just different kind of guest services and facilities all around the edge, and then yeah, I'd begun work on this gift shop. I don't know why those counters are different colours, but yeah, as I say, I really like this idea of using existing architecture and repurposing it for this rather than building something new. I think I want to do quite a lot of that as we work through this. And then, yeah, the idea is that the guests walk through this courtyard and then out here, and I'm thinking some kind of lake. I want some big vista towards the castle or the house, whatever's going to be the far end. Yeah, this is kind of where things are at the minute. But I'm going to jump back in and do a bit more, and then I'll give you another update. Okay guys, this is how it's looking after a few more hours in game. One of the changes I've already made is I've actually removed the ticket kiosk from this front entrance, and that's because I want to make the courtyard open all year round. I like the idea that guests could come off season, use the play barn, visit the shops. So I might actually over time add a few more different facilities to this area. But yeah, I think in reality that's probably what would happen. So yeah, that's obviously meant moving the ticket barriers to the top end like that. And then beyond that, I've already had a bit of a change. I didn't want to have the immediate vista over the lake. I'm still going to have a lake, but yeah, I wanted to create this kind of little area where, you know, guests could meet at the end of the day, and it felt like it needed at least one attraction. So yeah, the carousel is a really good fit for this. As you can see, I'm using a lot of purple in the kind of branding for Wonder Valley. So yeah, you'll see more of that as we move forward. And then yeah, this is just a little generic kiosk. I want to probably replicate this a few times around the park. So I'm just trying out a few different things here, but yeah, a building that could be easily adapted to different themes. And then yeah, I want to work on my terraining. I'm quite poor at using different levels and adding interest, so that's something I really want to work on this time round. So yeah, I'm going to jump back in and I'll give you another update in a second. Okay guys, this is a few days later. It doesn't look like much has changed, but trust me, there's been a lot of trial and error, a lot of building things, deleting things off camera that definitely didn't work. But yeah, it's now in a good position to kind of show you where it's heading. So this front area has not really changed. I've done a little bit of tidying up, swapping things out. But yeah, the main addition is that the lake is now in position. In my mind, this estate had one big original lake, and then maybe that this side element was added later. But yeah, I tried a few different things for this and kind of settled on this kind of shape for the lake. And yeah, I wanted that kind of vista towards the main house in the grounds. So I'm thinking some kind of like stately home again, along the lines of Chatsworth. Harewood House is another good example. Yeah, that kind of impressive stately home that would be the original building from the estate. Yeah, I can kind of see where things are going to go now. Like I said, I want to definitely work on my landscaping and playing around with different heights and levels, and trying to avoid building everything just on one flat level. I think yeah, I want to push myself a little bit in terms of that. So yeah, I've put the train in, trying to work out the kind of boundaries where that might go. there's certain rides I've got in mind for certain areas, so yeah, I've started to obviously look at that. And then yeah, this is kind of me plotting out the footprint where I want this stately home to go. I started putting the paths in, working out terraces, so guests actually will be able to use these and go up to different levels and look back across the lake. But yeah, I think I'm kind of happy with the direction this is now heading. So yeah, I think hopefully there'll be something more to show you in the next update. So guys, as you can see, much more of a bigger update this time around. It's probably a week, 10 days since I last recorded a video, so yeah, that tells you kind of how long I've been working on this area. So as you can see, I have worked up this stately home idea a bit further, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I've added in all these different terraces and walkways, and done a lot of the facade detailing. I've also got the train coming down under like this. I still need to finish all that off, but in terms of the layout and the different levels, I am really happy with how it's looking. I like the fact that you'd be able to come up to these higher terraces and look back across the park. I've added this road in my mind that this would be the hotel for the park, so I've kind of added some road access in the back. But yeah, I've just been adding detailing on the roof, and yeah, as I say, I am really happy with how it's all come together. I think once all the landscaping's done, it's gonna look really, really good, this side of the lake. Back on the other side, I have done a few updates, a few bits of finishing off of the stable building. I have also begun to add in some of the backyard areas for these facilities and shops and things. So yeah, I'm on with adding all this in, all the good stuff that adds to the realism. I've also added in this station building for the park train. So yeah, something quite traditional. And then I am going to add some kind of refreshment kiosk up here. And then yeah, I've just been trying to figure out where all the paths are going to lead, trying to link everything up. So yeah, you'll see I've got this path that loops back under and then back towards the waterfront. Because yeah, I want to add something quite substantial down here. I'm not sure what in terms of a land or area, but yeah, I'm just figuring out the access to everything at the moment. And then over here, I've always known about this is where I want the gyro swing to be, and I've decided to go with the Viking thing for this area. So I've gone with the name Mirkwood, which I think Mirk is Norse for dark, so yeah, Darkwood. And yeah, I'm not sure whether the entrance is going to stay there or whether it's going to come further back, but this is there at the minute. And then I've also plotted out a spinning coaster for this area. Again, I like the idea of it being within the trees, quite a small footprint. Yeah, I want to really play into the forest theme within this area. So yeah, hopefully yeah, that gives you a bit of an overview of how it's all coming together. And I have to say, I'm feeling really inspired working in this project. I'm wanting to get back in the game more and more, so yeah, I'll carry on working this up, and I will share another update in a second. So this will probably be the last update in this episode, we are right up to date now. We've just had the Parades DLC release, and I will show you my plans for involving that pack in the park. In terms of updates, at the front I have done some landscaping, I have added the road markings in. Again, just general bits of tidying up. I need to come back and look at the car parking situation, because this is probably way too small for the scale of park that this is becoming. No real changes in the courtyard area. Again, just bits of refining and tweaking. Same for this entrance area, but as you can see, I have begun to work out this front area, and I'm thinking of doing some kind of waterfront port wonder area, so essentially a one-sided main street facing the lake, with the parade running down here, because I really do want to include the parades and get some fireworks on the lake, that sort of thing. And I think this could be really cool. I think you're going to get some nice views as you enter the area, coming down from the entrance courtyard, and then coming through into the Port Wonder area. And like everybody else, I'm really impressed with the new DLC. I think it's one of the best that we've had in any of the Planet games, to be honest. And I've got plans all sketched out for how this area is going to look, but that will have to wait until the next episode, I'm afraid. And obviously I've still got this route running under the station to connect all the lands up, so I'm figuring out whether to keep that or potentially use that as a kind of service road to service the new port area. I need to figure all that out. But not really any other changes here. For Mirkwood, I have moved the entrance to the land to the end of the bridge, because I want to expand it. I want to make it a lot more open. It was getting a little bit tight, so I'm gonna expand some of the paths. Just make this more of a bigger land. I need to do some theming on the gyro swing, but the coaster has come on quite a bit. It's now got a name, so this is Forest Raiders. I actually need to go back in and add some more trees in, but I've done quite a bit of landscaping. I've got the foundations for a station building in. It does need finishing off, and I need to do the interior, but I'm happy with how it's all, this has kind of all come together. Went through quite a few variations with this. It's got this photo kiosk on the way out. This is just a case of going back in, adding in more details. I want to do a little bit of custom support on this. I've already done some, but I need to do some more. And just bits of detailing, a bit more theming around the layout, and fencing off all the way around. I'm happy with how this kind of looks, and the views as you walk through. I think this is looking pretty neat. As I say, I need to theme up the gyro swing, give it a name. There's a gift shop there, and then just think of what other attractions and things I want to include in this land, just expand it a bit, particularly in this area up here. Like I say, I want to put trees back in, give it more of its forest vibe, but it feels like it just needs a bigger footprint. So if we go into guest view, yeah, this is just kind of temporary at the minute. I want to make a much more grand entrance to this. I want to yeah, make it a bit more impressive. As you can see, this is what I mean about the paths getting really congested, so I need to look at this. Yeah, as I say, I need to put the entrance in and give this swing a name. But yeah, this is kind of, it gives you a good idea of the kind of vibe that I want for this area. I think it's coming together. Yeah, it's coming together really nicely. So next steps are I'm going to finish off this Mirkwood land and look at the waterfront, trying to get this Port Wonder idea worked up. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with this side. I'm still leaning towards the idea that this would be the hotel for the theme park. So yeah, there's a few more tweaks and things I want to do on this side. I want to finish all the landscaping. I need to put the station in, and then yeah, I'm just starting to think about what this view is going to be like looking back over. I think, you know, this idea of adding the Port Wonder in, I think you're going to get some really cool views back over the lake from this side. And then yeah, it's just going to be, as I say, a case of figuring out what to do with this area and whether I just keep it, you know, as formal gardens, or whether we introduce any kind of attractions over here. I think the new addition of the Vista Points in the DLC means I can do something cool here with guests yeah, coming up on these terraces to look back over the lake. And then yeah, I want to kind of do a fireworks show using the lake for that. I think that's it's gonna look really good. So yeah, lots to do, I've got tons of ideas and things, you know, we've not even discussed yet, you know, potential other lands and areas of the park that I want to include. Yeah, I keep finding myself scribbling down random ideas that pop into my head. Well, that bridge is wonky. I need to correct that. But yeah, I keep coming back and just like checking sight lines and vistas and seeing it how it's all come together. I think yeah, I think it's going to be cool. This as it works up more, and yeah, I think you can now, things are getting put in place, and you know, the lands are coming together. I think you get an idea of how this is going to potentially look. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. As I say, I'm really enjoying working on this, and I will get another update out to you as soon as I can. At the minute, it's tricky to spend full days in the game. You know, I'm chipping away at this as and when I can. So yeah, the next episode is probably going to be similar, with a few different back-to-back updates showing you how it progresses. But yeah, until then, take care.